2-4 on the beat.
You niggas be faking. I check in the bag, I go to Jamaica. I need a vacation. I stay with a baddie, I fuck with the flavors. I'm chasing this paper. I got a new crib, it came with some acres. Make nothing with bangers. These niggas are stupid, I swear I'm dangerous. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. I need a vacation. I grind on the daily. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. Need a vacation. I grind on the daily. These niggas be hating. I'm doing no favors. I need a vacation. Got no time for waiting. Ain't doing no favors. I'm just chasing this paper.
Yeah, you already know what it is. You were listening to The Urban Product, you feel me? It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
How you doing today, bro?
You already know I'm living my best life per usual. Just want to say money ain't here because she handling business, so it's okay.
School comes
Handle your
first
business.
sometimes, so we gotta put that shit first. But besides, she'll be here next week. She's actually gonna be doing something extremely special next week, and I can't wait for all of y'all to peep it. But we'll get there when we get there. You feel me? How was your Thanksgiving break weekend?
Bro,
whatever?
I'm not gonna lie. Like between last episode and this episode, it feels like it's been like 2-3 weeks. I don't know why. Like time has just been flying. But Thanksgiving, let's get down to it, right? I had a shitty Thanksgiving, right?
Damn.
Yeah. So I fucking it was straight. I saw the boys back in B-Water. I didn't get to see anyone else really, but I had some good food. Mom didn't go too crazy. She just did half crazy. So it was straight though, but after y'all left, right? Niggas damn near suffered a heart attack, couldn't even breathe, like just legitimately just could not breathe. I don't know why.
They didn't tell you why it happened?
I'm getting there, right?
Oh, my fault.
So then a nigga was shorty. I'm like, yo, we need to go to the urgent care ER, whichever's cheaper, immediately, because a nigga was concerned because I did not have insurance. I thought I didn't have insurance at the time. I did, thank God. But so we get to the ER, yada yada yada. They give me my paperwork, read me all my rights, make me sign my shit away and all that. I'm like, all right, fuck it, get in there. The lady gives me some sort of shit to suck on, pause.
Big pause.
Yeah, some shit to suck on, pause. Like smoke is coming out of it. I'm inhaling it, and bro, 20 minutes later, I felt amazing. I'm like, yo, can I take this shit home? Shorty was like, nah, it's not gonna do anything for you anyway, cause you need the medicine, all that. So I was like, what's wrong with me? Went to go get x-rays, waited another 20 minutes. Diagnosis, acute bronchitis with the side of an asthma attack from laying down.
Have you always had asthma?
I had asthma when I was a child. Like, I'll say pre-middle school was really when I had an inhaler. But ever since 6th grade, bro, I've never used an inhaler. I never had any problems with my asthma until, like, this past week. Like, I couldn't breathe from Monday to Wednesday. And then Thursday, niggas just dead ass just stopped breathing. I was like, fuck. And then, got my prescriptions, all that. Black Friday. Spoiled shorty, got her some things, you know what I mean? Got to show her I appreciate her. Saturday, just went out with the niggas. Sunday, chill day. Ain't do shit. Snowed all day, really, or all night. And yeah, now we here. How about you, fam?
My Thanksgiving, I don't know, it was pretty smooth. I went home, kicked it with my mom, the fam, visited my boy, cousin, my sister, brother, visited y'all. And then after that, I pretty much just went home. Thanksgiving isn't really that serious to me, except for this year. It kind of felt more wholesome because I'm like older and shit. And I don't know, I feel like I can relate to my family a little more now that I'm older. So I don't know, I feel like I had more conversations with adults. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I refuse to stick around and talk with the adults because I will never forget what my mom told me. I am not your friend. So I'm like,
that's another thing too.
I'm like, man, keep that energy. I don't ever want to join or partake you and your friends when y'all are doing you. Y'all want to give me some L, by all means, I will take the L and go downstairs. But I ain't doing shit with y'all because, like you said growing up, I am not your friend.
I hear that. I feel like I was the same way too because originally what was supposed to happen, my mom told me she was going to work on Thanksgiving. And she was supposed to be home during the day. So I thought she was going to cook during the day and then go to work in the afternoon, right? So I pull up maybe midday theoretically a couple of hours before she has to leave for work. So, I don't have to stay in the crib for too long. So I pull up, expecting the food to be done so I can just slide in, slide out. And when I got there, she was like, oh, I don't work until tonight. And I was like, damn, so that means you're taking your time with this food. Because by the time I pulled up, she just started cooking everything. And I was like, damn, I was dressed for the dinner and everything. Like, fam, I threw some jeans on. Anybody who's been watching this show for a minute, y'all see the sweats, fam. I wear different sweats throughout this entire show. But nah. You man threw the jeans on, you feel me, looking nice. Now imagine that you're looking nice and then you pull up and the food isn't ready and now you just got to wait. I'm like, damn, why am I here then? You feel me? Like, all of you are great. All of y'all are great.
Why am I at my crib?
But sometimes I just want to pull up, get the food, and then be out.
I feel you.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
y'all saw my face. I'll see y'all again on Christmas. Let me get my food and be out. That's it.
I mean, me personally, like, when it comes to my mom and her friends, I don't like her friends to begin with, so fuck I want to chill with them and drink with them for and all that. Plus, Haitians get really loud when they, like, drink and get riled up. And that's just not in the environment I want to be in. Plus, I want to smoke dope when I drink. And I can't do that around my mother.
That was the one thing that had me, like, sad. I was like, damn, like, this food would be so much better if I just had a little supplement, but I didn't have it on me. I was like, but I didn't have it on me. I was like, that's all right.
Let me roll up real quick before Thanksgiving. Everything's going to be much better. I'm eating much more food.
But what was really dope is that I got compliments left and right from my family. That's my favorite part about going back home. They haven't seen me in a minute, so every time I come back, something drastically has changed about me that really hasn't, but to them it has. Like, I'm always losing weight when I feel like I'm gaining weight, if anything. So that's dope. I got a nice nose apparently, so that was dope to learn as well.
Nice nose.
Niggas will family will compliment you about anything, fam. And I'm like, fam, give me all the compliments. I'll take that shit. Black Friday, I didn't really do shit because I had to. It's the audacity for people to have Black Friday and rent be the same week. It's like really disrespectful. So Christmas might be looking slow for everybody. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
What did you
Because it'll actually be tight if I say that type of shit. You feel me?
So what happened on Friday, like Black Friday after Thanksgiving?
Black Friday I worked. Yeah, I remember I worked a double. Before Thanksgiving, I went to Stiz concert at House of Blues. So Stiz was headlining a concert, and like Super Smash Brothers were there, Van Buren was there, Michael Christmas, Vintage Lee was there, a bunch of Boston cats. It was pretty much just an event of all Boston artists, and it was so dope because I took my shorty and we were sectioned kind of to the side of the stage, but it wasn't really it wasn't really in the main stage, but we were like on the side, and on the side is like where a bunch of the artists who were already performing were hanging out. So low key, I was just kicking it with like a bunch of not really, but like I was kind of kicking it with a bunch of like Boston artists and shit like that. Like I got to meet what's up?
Did you pass out any business cards?
Here's the thing.
This nigga said here's the thing. That just started to tell me everything I know.
I had only one business card on me.
Oh!
And that shit was like crumpled up because it was like raining that day. So that shit was like crumpled up due to the rain. And I was sick because at one point, Cousin Stiz's manager was right next to me. And I was like, damn, fam. Like Tim was right there. And he was on his lonely. He didn't have a posse with him. He didn't have anybody with him. I was looking at Shorty. I was like, damn, this would be really smooth right now. Except if I pull up and introduce myself, cool, we could have a conversation. But because I don't have anything to give this man, it's just like, damn, we'd have the conversation. And that would probably pretty much be it. So I was like, you know what? It's all right, because I'm going to see these people again. I got to talk to Vintage Lee, Giles from Van Buren I got to see, Sean Wire, who we talked about the show a while ago, got to see him too, so that was a pretty dope connection
that just
to make
gave me
again.
A headache.
Yeah, I'm hip.
That just stressed me the fuck out.
Hip.
And I
but
wasn't there.
Hey, we working there. The way I see it, I don't want to ever just pull up to these people and like just act like I'm a fan, because yeah, I might be a fan of your music, but like in terms of you yourself, I'm not trying to come to you as a fan. I'm trying to come to you as an associate. So in the beginning, I'm gonna introduce myself so you can become familiar with my face, become familiar with my voice. But the next couple of times you see me, that's when we get to the shits. You feel me? So it's all right. I'll see these people in the future. We'll see these people in the future.
Bro, you should have pulled up, had a convo with him real quick, then been like, yo, I want to show you something.
That's my thing. That's you, though. You
pull
were
up
the
that
person
IG,
for that.
and then start talking like, yo, this is what we doing. This is what we getting at. Oh, my God. I would have let, yo, like, Cousin says when you leave, when you go out to L.A., yo, we can get in an episode with you next week. This weekend, we'd make it happen. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, it is what it is. Like you said, we gonna meet these niggas anyway. So
Exactly.
I ain't worry about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly. And then after that, last night I went to Summer Walker. She performed at House of Blues too.
You got money.
No, not even. My coworker actually like hooked me up with that ticket, so that was actually very lit. Summer was a dope vibe. You know, we all had our speculation because we didn't know if she was going to have problems due to her anxiety or like shit like that.
How does she look in person?
How, like physically?
Like,
Or like when she was performing, how did she?
no,
do?
no, physically. Like, how does
she's
she,
beautiful.
Like,
she's
bro,
beautiful.
all I
Great.
like when I visually see her in my mind, I just have that one like video from Twitter where she has like a piece of paper between her legs caught up her ass cheek.
I know exactly what video when she's on the highway. And
Yeah,
shit, right?
that's
Yeah,
the
I know
only
exactly what
visual
you're
I
talking
have of her in that and her album.
Oh,
album cover.
she's pretty. She's pretty cool.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty. She's cool. Nah, she killed that shit. I was
she
actually
anxious?
extremely proud of her. What?
Was she like anxious or anything?
She might have been, but she probably definitely was, but she didn't let it like stop her from performing.
So you couldn't tell.
No.
Was it?
No.
Was it noticeable? Is what I'm saying.
it wasn't
Okay,
noticeable.
all right.
She held it down. She held it down, and Boston fucked with her. Like she got a really great response from the crowd from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. So I fucked with it. London on the Track came out too, of course.
London on the Track.
And I will always stand by my point with saying that people who fuck make great music together. So many examples. So I was always saying the second that
Who fucked?
Summer Walker and London on the Track, they're a couple. They made an entire album together.
Bro, London on the Track. I don't know.
Dropped one of the best R&B albums of the year.
He's the producer?
He's a producer, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he's a producer.
All right. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, shit was
who
fire.
the fuck is this man? Like,
Oh, you know mad of his songs.
yeah, because he's a producer.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Yeah, I thought
You
you
know
meant like he was an artist. I'm like, I ain't never heard of this dude.
Oh, nah, he's dope. He's dope. That was a good
He getting
vibe.
paid good for him.
Huh?
He getting paid good for him.
Yeah, it's always funny with that because I remember when Summer first blew up, she was dating somebody else. And, like, that dude used to be all over her, like, IG and shit. And then out of nowhere, we just stopped seeing him. And
Well,
then
that's what
later,
happens with
we just
relationships,
started
bro.
seeing London.
That's what happens. You know what I mean? You just got to delete all the posts slowly. You know what I mean? Remove all ties.
Yeah, but I'll be thinking, I'm like, damn, like, imagine if you dating somebody and then they blow up and they leave your ass. Would you feel some type of way?
Well,
We don't know what
not
happened
really.
to them, but I'm like, damn.
I'm not going to feel some type of way only because I know money changes people. And it also changes the people around you. So my thing is, like, yeah, you're going to get money. You obviously going to be changing. You're going to be hanging around a new group of people who he probably got the same amount of money, if not more than you. So you're obviously going to gravitate towards that. I understand that. That's the process of life. That's, natural selection in a way. You know what I mean?
Natural selection.
That's natural selection. Like, yo, you want to stick with people that can, can buy you things. Why would I stay with a girl that can't do anything for me? So why should I expect the same from her? You feel me?
I feel that.
I ain't gonna expect that from no one. So
I feel you. I feel you. Not saying that shit happened with Summer, but let's
how would
just
you
say some
react?
if that happened to me? Damn.
I'd be hurt a little bit, but I would understand.
It would depend. It depends on who the person was. Who'd she leave me for? Future. Hey, she belonged to the streets. It's okay.
My thing
if
is,
you're Lori Harvey and you're just like hopping from all of hip hop, hey, then it's cool.
bro,
I get it.
Imagine your girl of 3 years blow up and then leave you for Future. I'd be sick because I know Future just ruined my 3-year relationship for a quick night.
Facts.
That's why I would be sick. Like, yo, I really lost my girl because this
Future.
nigga wanted a quickie. And you can't do shit about it.
But do you feel like Future taking your shorty kind of validates your shorty though?
Yeah,
In
it
a
does.
sense.
It does. But what, she's not my shorty anymore. She a bird.
Would that be bragging rights? Future took my shorty.
No. No. I ain't never. I never understood that. Like how people like, yo, she fucked my girl, cheated on me with this nigga. Like, your girl cheated on you. No, it don't matter if he's rich or not. Like what? You a simp. I don't give a damn.
Imagine bragging about being Eskimo brothers with a nigga that doesn't know you. Eskimo brothers.
Like nigga doesn't know you, care about you, give a fuck, nut it all over your bitch, send her back to you. Like what?
Sends her back to you is crazy because that's what happens.
My thing is like when you with a celebrity, bro, they got like boys, they can do anything. Like yo, you don't know what they did with your shorty, cause like just like I be hearing girls like all the time at a concert like yo, I wish I could go backstage and shit like that. Like, do you know what happens backstage? Have you seen porn videos with girls sitting on a couch, a black couch in the center of the room? Do you know what leads up to like what happens after those scenes? Like,
I love that. That's the parallel that you draw.
like, bro, that's all I imagine. Like, I imagine like, yo, a nigga like Davies pointing shorty out in the crowd to his manager. Nigga go get the security to grab her. Yo, you trying to come backstage? Davies wants to see you. Bet. Put her in a room, couch right there.
Gets dogged and then dips.
You feel me? Davies come in, so what's up? You know why I'm here. Like,
and then at the end of the night, she said, "I fucked Davies,"
and then she come back to you. Yeah.
See, that's the part you added in, and then she comes back to me. I didn't know she was with me. It's like this video that I watched online of I don't know. I think people are at some festival, and they were like, if you could choose anybody out of the lineup to sleep with, who would it be? And her right next to her boyfriend, she was like the baby.
I saw that.
And then they were like, so what if we could take you backstage to see the baby right now?
She
and Shorty actually went backstage.
She looked at her man and was like, would you be mad?
And Shorty actually went backstage.
How you gonna ask? Bro, it was disrespectful because of the way they asked the question. Who would you fuck out of this lineup of artists? The baby. Would you like to go see the baby? Immediately after, like, what? I'm looking at my girl saying it right there. Give her the answer. You going home by yourself. Like, I want to see what you say. Try me.
I mean, I feel like that's some shit like us. So, like, what would you do if it was?
Would you
like,
chase after her like he did?
Chase? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So, for example, if they threw like, say a name. Say if they threw like Rihanna and saying like, hey, what's it called? Rihanna wants you to come to the back. Are you gonna go?
I want to go 1,000%. Now, if my girl is right here next to me, I ain't gonna ruin my 3-year relationship for one night with Rihanna.
If anything, she would go. I'll say if anything, she would go.
Hear me out. If that's not an option, I'd be like, babe, it's Rihanna. You would fuck her. You feel me? Like, she want to fuck me? Like, yo, she fucking both of us.
And that's why we ain't shit, because because
I
shorties can't use that line on us, because you're like, hey, come on, man, you'd fuck him. No, we wouldn't.
Bro, my thing is, like, I don't give a, like, I know I ain't shit because I will actively say, like, yeah, I want to go fuck Rihanna, yeah. You can't fuck the baby, though. I will actively say that. I have no issues with it. Nah. It's different.
It's
different. How is it different?
He's shorter than me. It's different.
You know what I mean? You gonna fuck with a nigga shorter than me?
Facts.
That nigga like 40. I don't want to hear it. Fuck on my face. Bro, did you see the snow we got today?
Yeah.
Yesterday?
It's on the first day of December. I was sick.
Now, this is what I'm thinking. Like, this is what we got November 30th going into December. Winter hasn't even started yet, bro.
Officially? Nah.
Like, yo, we in for a crazy-ass winter, I feel like. Like, we're about to get, like, some record numbers, snowfalls.
I feel like it's long overdue because I feel like the past couple of winters haven't been anything crazy. So I feel like it's caught up, and now we're like, yo.
As long as it's not the winter, like when we were seniors in high school, 2015, bro, where we had like legitimately a snow day every week.
That shit was lit.
Yeah, it was lit because we didn't have bills, responsibilities, have to drive on the roads, wake up early and do that. Now, if I got to deal with that now, bro, I'll be heated. Like, yo, I understand why people like hate the snow now. Yeah. Now, would you rather live in the hot or cold? Because I was thinking today, like, just clearing off my car and everything, getting snow in my boots and whatnot. I was like, I'd rather be in Texas. I'd rather be in Texas in the summer than deal with this, like, Massachusetts in the winter.
I would rather want to be in, like, I'd want to be somewhere that was like chill at all times.
All right,
You feel
well,
me?
obviously,
Because
but I'm just saying, like, hot or cold.
Because I hate the heat. You feel me? I don't mind the winter. I hate the heat with a passion.
Okay.
Heat, when it's like hot outside the summer, I can't really control the temperature. I can't control shit. I can just wear shorts and a tee and hope for the best. You feel
Air
me?
conditioning.
Well, it depends if I'm outside, if I'm inside. Like, who knows? Does the play
Go to the pool.
wherever I'm at? Does they have air conditioning? Who knows? You know. But with the winter, I feel like I have more control with how warm or how cold I want to be in terms of layers, heating, layers, and just more layers. That's my favorite part about winter.
And my thing
the
with
layers
that is like,
that's why
I get people say that, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm not comfortable wearing all that clothes.
Oh, I'm comfortable. I'm like big coats guy. It's just like that shit just wraps me up. You feel me? Like I'll be walking outside in a snowstorm, confidently knowing that shit's not gonna touch me, bro. You feel me?
That's fine, but I'd rather be in the heat. I'd rather sweat than be bundled up like that in the brick. Cause I know, like, once I get home, I gotta take off all these layers of clothes. I got mad laundry I gotta fucking do and shit. I already know I was probably sweating a little bit from just walking, cause that's usually what happens after a little bit when you're in all those layers. You start sweating. I'm just like, yo, might as well just be in down south. Like, yo, let me go to Texas, take the cheap prices, deal with the heat as, you know, negative externality, whatever, negative consequence, and, you know, call it a day. Cause this winter shit is not for me, bro. Waking up 30 minutes extra just to warm up your car and shovel that shit off, shovel away to your car. Ugh.
Facts, and I don't even have a shovel. Like this morning, my car was stuck in the snow, and I refused to like kick the snow out or brush the snow out from my tires. So I literally did this thing where I tried driving over it, but it wasn't happening. So I kind of just made a little indent in the snow and then reversed a little and then fully accelerated in another direction. So it kind of could just go over the little indent I made.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, and it worked. But I don't know how it's just going to look like when I have to go back home.
You hear that? You hear the
Y'all
snow
hear that?
coming?
That's the snow outside right now. You feel me? New England's popping right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but we're looking like we're going to have a nice, easy summer. A nice, easy winter.
We're looking like we're having an easy winter?
Yeah, this is nothing. Bro, this is nothing.
Bro.
We've had winters worse. And it's like crazy. We're in New England and niggas are acting like they've never seen snow before.
No,
every single year it snows for the first day, we're like, snow. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Nigga.
I don't have an issue with the snow. It's just that it snowed so early. It's not even winter. Bro, winter
December,
is from
bro.
December to fucking middle of March. Bro, it just turned December. Like, yo, what are you talking about?
I'm about
that
to
means, like, we have another 4 months, 3 to 4 months of this, 3.5 months of this. Mm-hmm. You know how many times it could snow in those 3.5 months?
Yeah.
Now, what is stopping us from getting 30 inches of snow one time?
Nothing.
Now, how would you want to deal with that?
Hey.
How would you be able to deal with that?
My crib's cozy. I got everything I need.
I hear you.
My food is there. I got Leo with me. I got my supplements with me. You know, it's nice. Bro, I don't mind snow days now. You feel me? Because I don't got to do the extra work. If I got to go to work, if I have to go to work, most of the time if it's snowing, they can say you can just stay home. So I'm like, word.
That option.
Yeah.
That's where I get heat because I have to go to work no matter what.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm sorry.
Pay these bills, nigga.
Yeah.
It is.
I wish I can.
But you know, it's
crazy.
snowy and shit. So you know what season it is. It's cuffing season essentially. Niggas about to get into relationships and all that. And I just wanted to know, do you think cuffing season is a real thing? Like, do people actually take that shit seriously? Because in my opinion, I'm going to definitely say yes. I do believe people take that seriously.
I don't think people take it seriously as in, like, the actual time of cuffing season. Like, I don't think people say, damn, like, it's like, or like December's rolling in, I got to figure something out. Like, I don't think it's like that. I think it just coincidentally falls around there. But you know what? I just think that's just because, you know, it's not summer. You're not out as often anymore. So you're not seeing as people as regularly as you used to see people. So you feel like you just want to settle down, you know, get yourself a little buddy and then cool down for the winter. And if you're an active participant in cuffing season, I'm not a participant in cuffing season. I'm just with my shorty, you feel me?
No.
But if you're an active participant in cuffing season, then this means that you should be single by May. If you're following the timeline correctly, you should be single by May. We I think are in what stage of cuffing season are we in now?
We're not in the preseason. We're in first couple weeks.
All right, first couple of weeks of the season.
The draft started, and it's pre. Actually, we are in preseason. This is preseason right now. Niggas have their teams built, but they don't know who is like the starter bench player yet. So
first round picks looking promising.
I mean, I don't have a first round pick. I have a number 1 overall right now.
Okay. Facts. Class of 2017, 2018. Class of 2018,
2018, you feel me?
What's called sophomore in the game.
She been holding up. Yeah, bro. She been holding up.
Heard she got a Heisman her first year.
Nah, bro. She got the Rookie of the Year. Shorty got Rookie of the Year. She got Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year is hilarious.
Bro, she on her way to most improved. Next year, she about to get that MVP.
Most
improved. Nah, but the way I think about cuffing season, bro, is the same way. But the reason I feel like people end up in relationships is because of familiarity. Like, yes, it's cold. We cooped up in cribs all the time. But at this age, we don't like spending time with people we don't like. You know what I mean? And I don't think people waste their time, like, spending time with people they don't like.
Wait, people spend their time with people they don't like?
Yeah, all the time.
It's
like,
crazy.
Nah, all the time, bro. You know what I mean, too. So I'm just thinking, like, yeah, when people are chilling, especially of other sexes, even if y'all start off as friends, just randomly chilling, and y'all do it more and more and more, it's just the familiarity that ends up catching up with you. And then since it's so cold, stuck inside all the time, you seeing this person all the time, why not? I think that's really what it is.
So it's a comfort thing.
Yeah, it is a comfort thing.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
Think about it. Like, when you're cold as shit, cuddling during the winter is legitimately really different from the summer.
It's hot. Don't touch me in the summer.
Exactly. Don't touch me in the summer.
Get your sticky self.
But in the winter, it's come closer. So you're more intimate in the winter. Everything is just more intimate in the winter. So I just feel like with that, niggas being depressed with school and shit, life, the weather, having that person with you at all times, you know, just having that person to fall back on, I feel like it's just the cost for cuffing season. People just get familiar and comfortable. Me personally, I experienced this last year around this time. It was dead ass around this time. Crazy. But I feel like I was in the same boat, as well as shorty treating me like shit. Well, not like shit, but like just any other nigga. But
I feel like active participants of cuffing season should stay off social media, because I feel like social media will just fumble so many of your bags. Like, we'll be going through your IG, and like one day, you know, it looks like you're in love, and then you fuck up, and the next day, and it's a ghost town, and you just fumbled your whole bag,
bro.
dude.
That's why I'm like, yo,
right in the middle of cuffing season, fam. Stupid.
My thing is, like, everyone can know of us, but they don't need to know shit about us. Like,
true.
As long as they know we together, fuck y'all. That's all y'all need to know. Like, you don't need to know anything else. Shit. Y'all don't need to know names, you know faces. That's how I see it.
I hear that.
Because, like, the less people out of your relationship, the better.
Facts. The less trouble. Less drama. Less things to worry Everybody
about.
wants to put in their input and everything, and then just start influencing and swaying your opinion. And, like, the worst part is, like, this is what I hate the most. But before I say that, what were you about to say?
No, say what you want to say.
I was going to say the part that I hate the most when people just start coming into relationships with their input and shit is when comparisons start being drawn. There's nothing more than I hate than comparing one person's relationship to somebody else's. Let me tell you why that's stupid. There's a lot of reasons why that shit's stupid. Put that back to 2. Thank you. There's a lot of reasons why it's stupid. Because I believe that if you're comparing your situation to somebody else's situation, you're just gonna disappoint yourself every single time, because that person isn't like whatever that person is doing. Like, their dynamic is different from your dynamic. So if you just constantly try to push things or move things one way just because another person is doing it very well. Who knows if that's going to be the same thing for you? You feel me?
This is how I see it
Yeah.
when it comes to that. If you ever were to ever compare like my relationship to another person's, or if you were dating me and you were to like be like, why can't you be like this dude? He treats her perfectly and all that shit. I'm gonna be like, so what happens like when the cameras are off, when you don't see the IG posts, the tweets, or any of that Snapchat posts? How is their relationship? I want to know. They ain't got shit to say.
The best thing,
only good things are online. Relationships are only going to allow you to see the good things. So obviously people are going to pick out the good things and be like, oh, I wish you were like that. But you don't know. This nigga could be beating her on the side. You would have no idea. But you want to compare our relationship to that. That's why I'm like, fuck it.
The best thing anyone has told me was don't let the IG fool you. That's probably the best IG advice anyone has given me, because with social media, a lot of people... well, I think this was more like 2017, 2018 when the idea of like couple goals was a thing. Kind of died off this year, thank God. But it was like a thing when a lot of people were posting their relationships and all that shit on social media. That did you ever get that thing when, say, a shorty would see something and they were like, how come we don't do this or do that or blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, you're frying shorty just because. Next thing you know, you don't even mean to be frying shorty, but it's like, yo, now you coming at me, now I got to fry you, yo.
That's when I hit them with the unfollow me on everything social media. Just because we're dating doesn't mean I got to follow you on shit.
I've tried that once.
It works perfectly, bro. It works great.
Yeah, it didn't with me.
Because think about it. If you don't follow your significant other on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you can't come to them. This is more likely the woman coming to the man. Like, they can't come to you about shit you're doing wrong or shit they don't like, because they won't see it, right? Now, if you do come to me about shit that is wrong or whatever, you're actively looking to piss yourself off.
Oh, facts. I believe that 100%.
So when you're in that kind of predicament, I don't feel bad at all, because we already set the parameters that I do not want to see your shit. You don't want to see my shit. Social media is like one thing where it's like it should not affect the relationship, in my opinion.
At all, yeah.
Especially if you're doing your own thing and you're not, as long as you're not degrading, like just acting like you're single on social media. Yeah. As long as you're not acting like you're single on social media, you're fine.
And that's the difference. And that's the difference in itself.
Yeah, you feel me? But if you're like, if you're just wilding, being stupid, nigga, I was doing that before you. I'm gonna do that after you. Don't come to me about me being stupid. That's Twitter. That's IG. So that's, know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
That's the same shit I say on this podcast. Like, when people try to come at me about this shit, I say, hey, do not personalize anything I say on this platform, because that will only make you and only you look stupid. Because I'm gonna talk my shit regardless. Because I don't ever specify anything I say on here to any specific situation. I just generalize everything. So, hey, stop comparing yourself to other people and just live your life. You feel me? Just live your life and everything will be great. Nothing can go wrong if you're not setting expectations. You feel me?
Reality check. Hey. But no bullshit. You hear we lost another legend this weekend?
No.
Yeah, the game retired from hip hop, bro.
Oh, okay. I thought you made it sound like somebody was like died or some shit.
Man, I'm surprised he's still alive. The way he be disrespecting people and their girls.
Nigga, I feel like he's just a troll. Like the game, you gotta like game was found by 50, bro. So like it's just he game is the West Coast 50. So you see how 50 acts on like IG and shit. Like the game just does that in real life instead. You feel me? But yeah,
I've never heard anyone describe him like that, and I've never understood the game more until then. Like,
until then,
the 50 discovered him. That's all you gotta say.
All you gotta say.
That spoke to me, bro.
Facts. Shout out my dogs, fam. Hold on.
Spoke to me. 50 found this.
Yeah.
But he retired after he dropped his new album, Born to Ride.
Yeah, did you listen to that?
I did. I thought it was pretty fire, to be honest with you. I fucked with it heavily. I like all of his albums.
I don't think The Game to me has dropped a bad album. Like my favorite one by him, I think was it was either Jesus Piece, Jesus Piece, or the Red Album. I fucked with the Red Album. Yeah, Jesus Piece was like
That was a beautiful
best album. Like production wise, everything, that shit was great. This album, Born to Rap, I remember I didn't really listen to it like that much. I remember I didn't listen to the entire thing, but I listened I think to a good half of it, and I enjoyed what I was listening to. But my thing about that album is, if that's gonna be The Game's last album, I don't know. I feel the presentation of it, I don't know. It
wasn't really.
It feels like another Game album. It doesn't feel like the last Game album. You feel me?
I mean, if you did you hear some of the songs, like the one with Nipsey, "Welcome Home" and all that?
That was fire.
Did you hear the lyrics and everything?
Of course.
Like how he was basically talking about, "It's my last album," all this and that. I feel like that's more about what this album is about. He's just trying to like speak his real shit and come. He's at peace with himself essentially. He has nothing else to prove. So he's just talking his shit, or not really talking his shit, but speaking some truth. He's getting it out there. So when you do say it's another Game album, I do feel it's another Game album, but he's never done it this way, where like he's venting. You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel like he does that on a lot of his albums.
He talks shit on his albums.
No, he spits some real ass shit on his
No,
albums.
he does,
too,
but
though.
he's venting on this one. Like, I don't know. We
Cover's
get it-
trash. I'll start by saying that the album cover is trash. Like, I think that's like another reason why I don't want to look at this as The Game's album, because like
To be honest, I don't think he's done rapping though.
he's in the studio and there's just pregnant women everywhere, and I'm just like, okay, Born to Rap, I get it, but I'm just like, come on, fam. Like, he's had a lot of fire album covers back in the day. Like, this was just felt to be lazy for me. You feel me? Dom Kennedy executive produced it though. You know, Dom Kennedy is a heavy hitter in the West. Definitely has a lot of control on the West Coast sound over there, so that was dope to see that collab. So obviously we were gonna get the Nipsey collab is obviously gonna be beautiful if you got Dom Kennedy executive producing the project and their relationship with Nipsey in general. We knew that shit was gonna be dope.
Do you think we're gonna get a postmortem Nipsey album?
No, because I felt like when Nipsey passed, he passed like what, a year after Victory Lap came out?
Victory Lap was out for like more than a year, a little over a year, like
Was
a year
it?
and a half.
Well, the
Victory Lap's been out a while, bro.
Well, yeah, now I feel like it's been out for a while. But I feel like at the time of his passing, it was like literally just after like the Grammy nominations and all that shit. And I felt like he was probably working on another project, definitely. Because when Racks in the Middle came out, I feel like that was going to be his first single to his next project. But I think because it happened so unexpectedly,
yeah.
I don't think he got to finish whatever project he was working on. That's just me, though. If something does drop, I'll be looking forward to it. Because every time we get a new Nipsey verse, I'm like excited. Because I don't know who has the last Nipsey verse. Like the most recent Nipsey verse up to date, I don't know who has that.
Nipsey.
But what?
I mean, Nipsey got it.
No, but like for like feature, like because when Khaled dropped his feature, I thought that was the most recent, and then
It's a producer.
everything else
So
after. So I don't know.
definitely a producer who has it.
I hope so. That shit, every shit that drops now with Nip just sounds like it sounds different now. It sounds different.
Since we're on the music scene, what two artists, like if they were to make an album together, you would want to listen to? Like, which two artists do you want to make an album together? Or an album.
Roddy Ricch and Meek. That'd be dope.
Why those two?
Just because I feel like their styles would like clash really well. I feel like they both come from not similar backgrounds, but like their subject. I don't know, their subject matter. Like, you know how like Meek from the streets spits real shit all the time. You feel me? Like he's Meek. Roddy Rich is this up-and-comer kid from Cali. He's really young, but he's also been involved in the streets also. And like Meek, his raps are also like kind of like inspirational motivation, how I've been in the streets and how I'm making it out at the top. It's like similar paths, so I feel like that would be dope. You kind of got like a vet in the game and then a rookie in the game, so I feel like that would be dope. I also feel like Roddy Rich and Lil TJ would be another good match. I only think that because of the whole West Coast and East Coast influence, that would be really dope. I feel like mad people. This game is so versatile
I was about
now.
to say, yeah.
The game is so versatile now with so many hip hop artists where I can just see so many different artists collabing and they all be fire. You feel me? How about for you?
Me, I took a lot of time thinking about this, and at first I was like, yeah, let me get another Future and Drake tape. But I was like, we already listened to one, so I can't. Why would I want to hear the same thing essentially, like 2.0? Then I was like, nah, Future and Wayne. That'd be a great album. But I'm like, nah, Wayne's washed now. But actually, let me not disrespect the great Lil Wayne. You ain't washed. You're just not where you used to be. But then I settled down and I was like, Future and Dave East. That's what I want to hear.
Oh, I do not.
I want to hear Future and Dave East tape.
I'd rather hear fucking Dave East and Herbo tape.
Crazy. Future and Dave East. I only say this because one, Davies be spitting that real straight fire. Like he don't really care about choruses, hooks, or any of that. Just straight bars, right? Mm-hmm. Future crazy with the hooks, crazy with the chorus if he wants to. He can be hella melodic, hella gangster, hella toxic, hella beautiful. Like he can do anything. He's versatile as shit, right? Any beat, smash. Now I'm just saying you got Davies doing the verses. You got Future coming in with the hooks, chorus. I feel like that would be magical. Mm-hmm. Just my take.
I feel you.
I just feel like it'd be magical.
Dave East and Mozzie. I feel like would be
Mozzie is so if y'all don't know about Mozzie, go get hit to Mozzie, please.
Yeah, Dave East and Mozzie I feel like would be fire.
Mozzie and anyone is fire.
Yeah, I don't know, I like the East Coast and West Coast dynamic because I don't know, like if anyone's really paying attention to just like geography in terms of music, all corners of the world just have this certain sound that's just taken over. Like what the New York sound is. They're kind of more getting back into the game right now, so a lot of their sound is like the melodic raps. So like your Boogie, TJ, anybody fucking, and then we go to the drill shit UK with your like Pop Smoke and Fabio and all that shit. So that's what New York is, the melodic hood shit, like J.I. Yes, melodic hood shit is exactly what New York is doing right now. West Coast is still doing their G-Funk shit, classic gangster shit,
still
G-Funk, you feel me? And they haven't lost that pocket since time, you feel me? And then the South, trap. That's it. We know that. Trap, strippers, money, drugs, and that's it. That's why I feel like this game could be very versatile, and then so many artists from just different walks of life could just step into that pocket and just kill shit. You feel me? Like Dave East has a track with I think Mozzie on his album. Yeah. That shit was fire. You feel me? I didn't like E40's part because I don't know.
I don't like E40 in general.
Yeah, when he goes like, when he does that shit, I'm like, nigga, relax. I'm like, first of all, clear your throat. I'm like, clear your throat. But yeah, I don't know. That should be fire, bro.
Nigga said,
what's on? Wow, what else is going on? Oh, here's something that I wanted to bring up. So I was talking to my best friend. Shout out to Kay. We were talking about attachment styles, and I kind of wanted to bring that into the show. Now, I'm kind of still a little, what? Oh, what's up?
Nah, it's funny.
What's funny?
Just go. I wanted to bring up attachment styles to the
show.
I wanted this is the way you introduced that.
Oh, yeah, I'm nice. I wanted to bring up attachment styles to the show. Now, I don't know, when I talk about it, I don't know if I'm phrasing it exactly correct, so we're going to get to the exact. Well, maybe not the exact, but what it means to us, we'll break it down to the nitgrit. So when I was talking about it over to her, and when I looked it up, there's apparently 4 different attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, dismissive, and avoidant, fearful. Now with secure, I'll just run down the list for each one. For secure, it says that you can trust fairly easily. You're attuned to emotions. You can communicate. Communicate easily if things upset you. You lead with cooperative and flexible behavior in relationships. And now anxious. You have a sensitive nervous system. You struggle with communicating. You tend to act out when triggered. Oh, wow. I can already name mad people who are anxious. Avoidant dismissive. Downplays importance of relationships. Is usually extremely self-reliant. Can become more vulnerable when there is a big crisis. And then avoidant fearful, which is more dependent in relationships than avoidant dismissive. You strongly fear rejection. You have low self-esteem. And you have high anxiety in relationships. Damn, nigga. That just sounded sad.
Bro, you wanted to get psychological.
Yeah, to think that someone that actually has a style and that's all that they have.
Nah, it's subjective.
Yeah, it's subjective. Let's talk about it. What
If you think about it, bro, you could put yourself into any of those if you really think about it.
I feel like we can relate to like a lot.
Exactly. Like, yeah, if you picked out like two like traits from each of them, it would fit you. Is what I'm saying. But for me, like me personally, I've taken classes on this, like psychology of personality and everything, just all this. I minored in psych in college, and I know I'm an avoidant person. Like I have the avoidant like attachment, and the reason I say that is because I know like I'm very self-reliant. It takes a lot for me to get to open up to someone and be vulnerable. I don't like doing that, and it takes a lot for me to trust anyone in general. You know what I mean? So just based off those three things, and I know there's more to it, but I don't need to get into it. But like, I just know based off that and how I was raised and everything going on that I have an avoidant attachment. And I'm okay with that because it's gotten me pretty far in life and gotten me doing pretty good things. Now, I probably missed out on some things I don't know about, but that's okay. But I'm just still trying to work on my faults and try and, open up more. Shorty, I'm not going to lie to me, has helped me open up a lot more and let my guard down, really. But it's still a work in progress. It's a work in progress. But I could also see myself being autonomous as well because I'm very happy-go-lucky. I'm very energetic. I don't let shit get me down. Like, some of the things in, what's it called, avoidant, don't relate to me at all. Like, I don't get depressed when people say no and shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm self-reliant. All right, word. I was never gonna ask you that in the first place. You know what I mean? So it's different.
I feel like I am both secure and avoidant dismissive because when I just read down the line for avoidant dismissive, I kind of just put all that with my nonchalantness. Like when it says downplays important of relationships, I'm like, yeah, because I don't give a fuck most of the times.
That could be a toxic trait, though, bro.
Yeah, I'm hip, and I'm learning that now.
I'm
learning that now.
I
You
am
feel
too.
me? Like normally I say that it's good that I'm nonchalant and that I don't care.
For
that means,
us, it's good.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
think
When
that
dealing
is
with
good because that means I'm chill. If something happens, I can normally work through it pretty easily. But I'm also coming to understand that sometimes it's not that great to be nonchalant because you could be communicating your emotions wrong, or you can be communicating them incorrectly, and for some reason
Just giving off the wrong sign.
giving off the wrong vibes, and you might make somebody think you don't care about them. And even though that's not the case, I've realized that, when I come off nonchalant, it comes off I don't care, it makes it seem like I don't really care about you. And that's not really the case. It's just, I
don't care.
I just think I'm desensitized to a lot of shit. That's why.
Honestly, I feel you. Like, I feel like, I wouldn't say I'm desensitized. It's just that a lot of shit is just doesn't deserve a reaction. I was just like, all right, this is not that deep. Nah, okay. Why am I going to get worked up over this? Like, I understand why you would, but why would I?
I normally find like solutions to everything. Like when problems come up, like it might take me a second to get to a solution, but normally I know I'll get to a solution, so that's why I don't really stress out about it.
That's where the self-reliance comes in as well.
Yeah, and a lot of the times, hold on, I almost lost my train of thought. For avoidant dismissive, can become more vulnerable when there is a big crisis. Yeah, I think that happens to me when I realize that I can't really be nonchalant anymore, and I actually gotta, do shit.
Care.
Yeah, because when sometimes we just say fuck it and we just stand back and let shit happen. I think I become vulnerable when shit gets to a point where I can't just sit back and just say fuck it anymore.
Bro, you ever have yourself in a situation where you're trying to get yourself to care, actually care about what's going on?
Yes,
you
and
just
it's
can't.
Yes.
I be feeling like the worst person in the world, bro. Like, I should be more empathetic right now. I should actually be showing emotion and care, and I'm just like, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm empty on the inside when that shit. Like, am I an evil person for thinking that?
No, I would say it depends on your situation, because I'm the same way. You feel me? Like, for example, in the beginning of something, if I see someone sad or someone's crying or some shit like that, of course I'm gonna go out to comfort that person, see what's up, see what's good, blah blah blah. Eventually, over time, if they do something or they're in the wrong and then they know I'm a comforter, a lot of people think
Take advantage of the situation.
Take advantage of that situation and try to cry their way out of the situation and just put their emotions in, and hopefully they just hope I forgive them because they know I'm a comforting person. But then, then shit's kind of a dub, because then they'll pull up and try to cry and say excuses and sorry to you and all that shit, and all that shit could sound sweet, but it's still a dub at the end of the day. And I feel like sometimes I feel bad because I'll be listening to somebody and I'm like, damn, it's like I really want to, but I'm not going to. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be. You're gonna have to figure it out, but I'm telling you, it's just
the way it is.
It's just the way it is. You feel me?
It's just.
And I think it's taken me a lot of time to get to that part. I think that comes with just understanding a lot of shit. You feel me?
I feel like going through it, dealing with it yourself, dealing with a lot of hardships, and just be like, all right, I feel like that's what it is. Like, going through a lot of shit myself, and then just me going through a lot of serious shit myself, coming out strong on top, or at the end of it, and then seeing regular shit people get worked up about, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you stressing this?
The hardest part about dealing with a lot of issues is understanding the issue. That is the hardest part, I feel like, because when something happens that we don't like, the first question when something happens that we don't like, the first question we ask is why. Like, why is this happening? Why is shit not going the way I want it to go? Shit like that, you feel me? But once you start understanding why shit isn't happening like that, or why shit isn't going your way, then you subconsciously will come up with another solution where if you're not going to get it that way, you can get it some other way. And then when that shit happens, then that's how you not stress about. That's how you don't stress about shit. You feel me?
Or just for example, taking his example, say something happens. All right, right. I'm thinking about it. The way I think is all right, word. This happened this way once. How can I make it not happen this way again? Basically, how can I learn from my mistakes? All right, word. I learned from my mistakes. It's not gonna happen again. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. Everything is a learning experience, and that's how I treat it. So I'm never gonna get too worked up over anything unless niggas just went in debt $10K. I don't know how to fucking get out of that. Real quick. But other than that, I'm chilling.
Classic example, because I feel like I've been vague within the past couple of minutes. Classic example. I simply tell you I don't like something. Simple as that, right? You do it one time. I let it slide because you didn't know. So me telling you was me letting you know. You feel me? Second time it happens, I remind you that I told you that I don't like this. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Third time it happens, fam, all bets are off the table. All bets are off the table. Fam, I told you I didn't like this. You fucked up a second time, and I let it slide because that was me being a forgiving person. And then the third time that you happen, now see, you've just pushed things. You push things past my control. The classic Twitter vid of 2019. It's above me now. You feel me? And you just got to deal with the repercussions. A lot of people will try to take advantage of you and your friendships and your situations. And then when they realize that you're actually going to hold your ground and not take any of that shit, then they want to start shit. People always love to start shit when people always love to start problems with you when you don't let them disrespect you. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everyone's ego goes into check when you don't let them disrespect you, bro. But what else was I gonna talk about for attachment styles? Yeah, I do agree with you that a lot of people can have a little bit of everything and everyone, but I think there's definitely people out there that just is like strictly only one too. Like I'm reading down these sections and I already have like people in my head that I'm just thinking about when that time.
But would they? You think about them that way, but would they consider themselves that? Is what I'm saying. Like the way we view ourselves is all subjective.
Facts.
And this is all subjective because it's all from another person's perspective. Mm-hmm. How you see yourself might not be how I see you.
True.
And how I see, exactly. So it doesn't really matter what any of us think because it's all going to be different. It's in the eye of the beholder.
I think about that shit every day too. Like what you just said, like everything is subjective. How I see.
That's why I try not to overreact about anything. I'm like, all right, yeah, people interpret things. They might have not seen something like, oh, I get it. I just don't get it when people act out doing dumb shit. It's just like, all right, I'll never let that slide. Like,
that's the understanding aspect of it as well. Just to be able to understand why all the bullshit is going on, and then you won't have such a crazy reaction to it. You feel me? Because you understand why shit's going on.
That's just being around bullshit, though. You get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to that type of bullshit all the time. You feel me? What else is popping up in the world? You want to talk about Gold Link at all? Do you know what's going on with Gold Link?
Bro, didn't he put Mac Miller or at Mac Miller on IG and then go on a tangent basically saying I respect you, but you bit my song or you bit my style, and I'm gonna see and we gonna talk about it when I get to heaven. Is that essentially not what he said?
I guess pretty much what happened was I don't know, they had some type of relationship going on, and I think I don't know, maybe they had some type of falling out, who knows, whatever, rest in peace Mac. But I guess Goldlink felt some type of way and was dealing with some shit that he had to get off of his chest, and he felt like the best way to do that was through Instagram. Stupid. Was through Instagram, and I think that's kind of what fucked him up. If he was dealing with his shit on his own and didn't put this out in front of the world, then yeah, by all means, feel how you feel, talk shit about Mac if you want to talk shit about Mac, do whatever. But where you fucked up is putting it out for the entire world to see, for his fans to see, for his family to see, and for your fans to see. Because Goldlink, I will tell you, you are incredibly dumb for doing that.
He's not big enough to do that.
Yeah, he's not big enough to do that. But even if he wasn't big enough, even if he was big enough to do that, I still don't think he should have done that. Because fam, Mac has been gone for over a year now. You feel me? It's been over a year.
That's another thing. Like, why are you gonna bring this shit up? I never understood that. Like, yo, why are you bringing it up now?
A year, bro.
Like, nigga's dead. You can't do anything about it.
A year.
Clearly, when you could have, you didn't. So what is the point of bringing it up? You look bitch made.
Like, if anything, I'm not gonna say people forgot about Mac passing, but a lot of time has passed where Mac's death isn't the thing that's on our heads right now, and how you choose to make us remember Mac is with this bullshit. Because when he posted Mac's picture on his IG profile, on his IG page, and if anybody just didn't have Mac in their head, as soon as they saw that picture, it was brought right back. And then for them to read that entire bullshit opinion, how he felt like how he didn't get the attention and respect that he deserved as an artist. He felt like He felt like Mac kind of stole ideas from him, and he became successful off of it, while Goldlink is still trying to blah, blah, blah. It was just a bunch of petty bullshit. And he was mentioning Anderson .Paak's name in it. And shout out to Anderson .Paak, because he checked the living shit out of him in the most smoothest, respectful G way I've ever seen it. He pretty much just told him, he was like, yo, bro,
keep Mac's name out your mouth. You look like, really stupid right now.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I'm only here because my boy isn't here to defend himself. And he pretty much just went on to say that everything he was saying doesn't validate, like, a single doesn't
Just because he's
validate
saying
a
it doesn't
single
mean it's
thing.
true.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like saying, yo, bro, anybody has a song with Anderson .Paak. Everyone fucking loved Mac Miller's album, Divine Feminine. Nobody knows what your last project was. You feel me? And I respect that.
I know Goldlink fucked up when I went on Twitter and I seen everyone like, yo, Goldlink wasn't even like the best part in Crew. Like, he was just the chorus in Crew or whatever. Like, niggas was just coming at him like, Crew was your best song, bro. That was like 3 years ago. Like, calm down. Like, niggas was coming at him and it wasn't even your song. Like, I was like, sheesh.
It was his song, but like,
I know, but it's
it's
just
not,
the way
his
niggas
part
coming
wasn't
at
the
him.
memorable part.
Yeah.
We all like Crew because of Brent Faiyaz and Shy Glizzy. As a fact. Yeah, some tasteless shit, and he's definitely gonna get hit hard for this, and you know he'll see an effect. He'll probably bounce back from it somewhere.
He'll see an effect when it comes to his bag.
Yeah, he'll definitely get checked. He's definitely gonna get checked.
Losing money is the best way to change behavior, bro. You're gonna start losing a lot of money.
I've learned that the hard way.
It is the best. Yo, losing money is the best way to change behavior. I believe that 1,000%. Affect the person's pockets, you will affect their behavior.
So sad. It's so sad. Because I deal with this shit every winter. Because my job is kind of like a seasonal place where we're really busy in the summer and we slow down in the winter. So in the summer, I am swimming in bread. You feel me? Swimming, doing laps, Michael Phelps, you feel me? And then in the winter, once it starts snowing, like for this past weekend when it snowed, fam, it was slow bucks. It was slow bucks, you feel me? Like, I was over here having to pay for my rent and then having to pay for my cat to get neutered, and I'm like, damn, which one am I about to pay for? Like, that's what it got to. Like, damn, like my crib or the health of my cat, I don't know. Shit, Leo's looking slow. I'm sorry.
He's got to live. Shit.
Oh, nah, he's getting neutered tomorrow. Yeah, I picked my cat.
This nigga out of pocket.
That's my son, you feel me? What's going on? You want to talk about new music that came out?
Yo, Flipp Dinero's album, Love for the Guala, shit was fire. You ain't listen to it?
Nah, I haven't, but I listened to a couple of tracks off of
Yo,
it.
so the whole thing, top to bottom, is really A1, bro. I really cannot complain. First of all, I wasn't even expecting Flipp Dinero to come on this shit so, like, aggressive, essentially. Like, and the intro was smooth, but How I Move featuring Lil Baby, first of all, that's my vibe of the week. That just lets you know how fire it is. Bro, he came off with, like, a type of energy, like, and, like, bro, it got you, and got me ready to listen to the rest of it. Then Frito Lay's by Jay Critch. That's another little bop, little vibe. Looking at Me, Rich the Kid. Those are the first 4 tracks, bro. Right then and there, I was like, all right, I got to play this the entire ride. And I was, like, listening to this on the way to Bridgewater. Listened to it twice. Well, I didn't listen to the whole thing twice, but, half. 10 songs, 13 songs. So I listened to, like, 18 songs, essentially. It's a good album. Got to listen to the whole thing.
I'll peep it. I always feel skeptical about, like, DJ Khaled's artist because I look at his artists from the past, like Kent, what was his name? Kent something. Who's the nigga that did is that all I what's niggas know what I'm talking about. His name is Kent something, and he had like some banger a couple years ago. But that's exactly my point a couple years ago, and then he kind of just went off to do his own thing. Who knows what he's doing right now? Vado, I don't know what he's up to. Mavado, who was pretty much killing the dance hall game years ago, signed up with DJ Khaled, and I don't really hear much from him anymore. So with Flipp Dinero, I just hope his move with DJ Khaled, he's just smart. If he wants to last in the game, just be smart. Because I don't think DJ Khaled is the best route for you to take. You feel me? It's like working with Diddy. He might be a strong mogul in the game, but his artists don't really shine. You feel me? MGK was doing Wild Boy, and now he sings rock. Danity Kane is somewhere. Arbrio,
he sings rock.
Arbrio Day is somewhere, sniffing a line.
He was just on tour with Thug, by the way. MGK.
Huh?
MGK was just on tour with Thug.
Yeah. How does that correlate? Who knows? How does Thug and MGK correlate? Who knows? What's Day 26
He's
doing?
a headline knock, bro.
What's Day 26 doing? Nobody knows. B5, who knows what they're doing?
Okay, all right, we ain't gonna shit on these artists.
B2K, you know what they're doing.
You know, 2 of the group members are doing it.
So I don't know. I don't think, when all you people signing deals, just because you're signing deals with important moguls in the game, that does not mean they are the right person to sign to. I think the only smart moguls you should sign to that are actually doing their artists right would be Jay-Z and Dr. Dre. Yeah, just those 2. That's it.
Stay independent.
Yeah, pretty much stay independent. Fuck these niggas.
So we already talked about Born to Rap, the game, Summertime Shootout, Fab.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta look for this line because there's some shit that happens in this Fab album, and you know what? We're gonna talk about it, but I have to look for this line. Go ahead, give the people your opinion while I look for this line.
So it kind of got me heated that he released Summertime Shootout in
the winter, right?
Yeah, in November.
The coldest summer ever.
It got me so confused. I was like, what is this nigga striving for?
Striving for.
It was okay. It was okay. The last one was better. My thing is his wordplay and his lyrics is what got me, because this man was saying a lot of like shit that didn't make any sense. You wanna?
Oh no, I was gonna ask if you felt like he was trying to sound young as shit with this album.
I feel like he was trying to come at it shorty.
Trying to come at it shorty?
Like his old shorty, make her look dumb or some shit. Like he was trying to send a lot of lines her way for one.
Oh yeah.
And he probably was trying to sound young, switch it up. I don't know why, because he's been doing this for a while, so he needs to go back to the soul tapes.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna get another soul tape, unfortunately.
Fab is getting old and you can see it.
Yeah, which is why I don't think he should be putting out like this young shit. You feel
He's
me?
gonna get plays.
Like, nah, but he's a vet in the game and like an old vet at that. So I think he should literally take his position in the game and just
How does he not have his own label?
work that. You feel me? I don't know. Like Fab has been in the game before Ross. He's been in the game
since the 90s, bro.
Yeah, like he's been in the game before so many cats, and he's still heavily involved in it. So I feel like you got to take that shit.
How does he not have a label?
I don't know. I feel like Ross,
Because he got money.
not Ross. I feel like Fab is the same as like Trey Songz, as in like they're like in the head of their class, but they never move past that. You feel me? Like they just stay. They're comfortable with where they're at.
Trey
and they
doesn't
just
want.
stay
You
there,
could tell
feel
Trey
me?
is comfortable. Like Trey is
That's what I
comfortable.
mean.
Right?
Both of them, Fab and Trey. You feel me? That's what I feel. I just compared Fab to Trey because Trey was another artist that came off in my head. But I don't know. Fab, you gotta stop rapping about all this young shit. Stop rapping about shorties. You were married with a family of what, 3?
He was married. He was never married.
He was never married?
He was never married.
He just had a family of 3?
With his girl.
Nice.
That's goals.
Damn.
I feel you, Fab. That's what I'm doing.
Damn, you got to live in the crib and he wasn't even married to the shorty?
Bro, what? That's legitimately my wife. I want that. Like, yo, what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Yo, I'll give you a ring.
Oh, shorty's gonna be tight.
I'll give you a ring. I'll call you my wife. We just don't got to get the government involved. What is the issue?
I don't know.
You feel me?
No, I hear you 100%.
You ain't even know, but you assumed it because they were always together.
Yeah.
Bang! That's what I need.
That's what I need. All right, bet. Tell your future wife that. Let me know how that goes.
She watching.
What I was going to say, I couldn't find the line exactly, but all I know is the bar went like,
That's a weird bar, bro.
fuck you. The bar went some shit like, I don't know, and if I'm fucking you, I'm forever horny. Like, I don't know that.
Oh, I know
that's
exactly
how the
what you
line
brought.
went. I forgot what song it was, but that's exactly how the line went. And when I heard that shit, I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, Fab, come on, fam. Like, you got to give me better lines than that, bro. And it's crazy because he put it at the ends of the bar. So it's like,
That's what you
that,
heard.
You were supposed to feel that
heard.
part, you feel me? Like, niggas were going to be like, yeah, horny, like forever horny, nigga. Nah. That was the only slight I gave him.
Nah, he had a bunch of lyrics like that, though. It was just like, what?
Yeah, I believe it. I don't know. Fab is another one. I think you murdered So Brooklyn. Like, So Brooklyn was probably the best Fab I've ever heard in, like, years. So if we could get that on the regular, like, if that was Fab's shit, I'm pretty sure
Soul Tape
he'd be
2
killing
Fab.
it.
That's what I need.
Soul Tape 2, yeah. Soul Tape 3 was fire as well.
2 and 3 are the best.
Yeah. The Weeknd came back also, which is weird because, you know, Weeknd came back. Yeah, but he came back at the same time as Party, and that's a little iffy. But I don't think
dropping an album next month.
Yeah, Party's dropping an album next month. We don't know when Weeknd's dropping his album, but if it's around the same time, that's going to be interesting because two of these R&B sensations, not even R&B. I don't even consider The Weeknd R&B. He's definitely pop now, but these two big acts just went away for a while, and now they both came back around the same time. Should be dope. I feel like I like The Weeknd's 2 songs better than Party's 2 songs. Who knows? Heartless was produced by Metro, and I feel like Metro has reached a certain level of like superstardom where he's like one of the elite producers now. You feel me? Like there's all these other hot producers like Take Heath, London on the Track, and like all these other people who are like constantly making shits. But when you put like Metro up there, like Metro's never seen in the light, you feel me? So when you hear his tag, it's always with the high-profile artists like Drake or Future or like The Weeknd right here. So, yeah, shout out to Metro because he's definitely getting bags now. And I'm just hoping with this album, whatever we get from The Weeknd, we get back to like trilogy type vibe. So like My Dear
We're
Melancholy.
never getting that, bro.
No, we got it with My Dear Melancholy. We got trilogy vibes with My Dear Melancholy, and that was like
no trilogy vibes.
That was fresh off Selena, fam. Bro. So Selena or Bella Hadid, I can't remember.
Bella.
Who knows? Probably both.
Nah, didn't he just break up with Bella?
I don't know.
Oh no, they're together. Yeah, he's with Bella. It was definitely after Selena.
I think what's it called? Yeah, he's normally on and off with that shorty. I never know what's going on with him.
I seen her like on IG for the first time, bro. She's legit like skin and bone.
Yeah, she's a model.
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
models are disgusting, bro.
Because nowadays we're accepting thicker women.
No, now I see why Victoria's Secret is losing money.
No, I'm hip because society is now accepting.
Nah, y'all think anorexia is sexy?
Nah,
that's the issue.
That's what it was back in the day. They're now accepting like
more healthier
models.
The only time I ever seen anorexia
and thicker women, and now that we're all craving to that, it's not popping to be this like little skinny thing anymore.
Bro, the only time I ever seen being skinny like socially acceptable was in white chicks. That's the only time, and that was a satire type movie, making fun of white people.
Well, I've seen a lot like anorexia and all that type of shit, eating disorders. Like it's all a real thing where like
it's a real thing. But I'm just saying, like society, I've never once heard. I don't remember any memories from back in the day. Girls saying, "I want a flatter ass."
That kind of. Bro, you've
never heard it.
Shorty's wanting to be skinny. I don't think that also like attunes with a flat ass. I don't think a shorty who wants to be skinny also wants a flat ass. Sometimes maybe being skinny, she might also have a flat ass because that is very common. But I don't think if a shorty wants to be skinny, I still
never heard a girl say, "I want to be like anorexic."
Nobody wants to be anorexic, but I feel like everybody wants to be skinny.
Those models are 5'9", 5'10", 110.
Cause that's
120
in the industry.
That's not healthy.
I'm hip. We know this shit. We've been knowing this for years. The fashion industry has been fucked up since before we were born. You feel me? And it's now starting to change to accept more healthier bodies.
More healthier bodies.
Yeah, more healthier bodies. But yeah, I forgot where we were going with that. I don't know. What else has dropped? Oh, we talked about the Weeknd's shit. Other thing that has dropped, Griselda dropped an album.
I don't know who that is.
They're this group from Buffalo. They consist of Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine.
Oh,
and,
all you had to say was Benny, and I'll listen.
West Side Gun. Fire album. Cats come from Buffalo, New York. I think they're really like they're enforcing the lyrical hood shit, like the lyrical.
Oh yeah, Benny the Butcher is all about that. Bro.
Yeah, and they're like it's like mature rap. You feel me? Like when you want that gritty shit, like that nice
that old school
rap,
shit,
New York shit. Yeah, they're the people to go to for that. They're really poppins'. The album was called WWCD. So definitely go check that shit out. And also, while I was at the Stiz concert the other day, I actually took that time to go back into some vintage Lee and Boston. Let me say this now. Anyone that's watching, but more specifically Boston, y'all have failed vintage Lee as an artist. Let me just tell y'all that. Because when Anything Is Possible dropped, when that came out in 2K18, that was literally your opportunity to skyrocket her. You feel me? That was your opportunity to just play that shit everywhere and just have that shit go everywhere. I was listening back to that now, and I was like, yo, how did this song not blow up? You feel me? I was like, this shit's fucking fire. But how did this shit not blow up? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I just think the city as a whole failed her with that. If it was New York, that shit would have blew up. If that shit was Cali, that shit would have blew up. But because instead we like to push people that do sports instead of the arts, people don't get that much love out here. But she dropped an album or a mixtape maybe a couple of months ago called Draw 2. And of course I didn't know about that because no one is pushing shit out here. But I peeped that shit and that tape was dope. And even crazy because 2019, I think, has been the year for female artists. And it's like she would just fit so easily in the game right now. She would fit so easily in it. But I don't know, Boston, that's up to you. That's up to you. You got to support your people. You feel me? You got to support your grind. You got to do it the same way y'all did it for Stiz. You feel me?
We doing it.
You got to do it the same way you did it for Stiz, bro. You can't just do it for one person and then just stop. And that's another thing I got to add for the city of Boston because I was extremely disappointed in the crowd's reactions during the Stiz concert because that was my fourth Stiz concert, and that was probably the weakest crowd energy I have ever seen in my Stiz concert history. Disappointed as fuck, guys. Come on, what the fuck? I assumed because he signed to a major and he dropped an album that he would have gained a lot of new fans. That makes sense. But I assumed that a lot of his old fans would have turned out and would have gotten lit. I was out there in the rain. I got a sniffles. To this day, I am still
you gotta
snick,
think
you
about
feel
it.
me?
You got to think about
sick.
it. Nah,
Boston
like
makes
the
me
people.
sick.
Nah, the people who went. It was on a Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving.
I'm hip. That's
like that was,
what I was thinking
It was
too.
a terrible night for him to do that. And
he
on
did-
top of that, wasn't it raining?
True. Yeah, but if I bought a ticket, I'm going. If I
Yes,
bought a
but
ticket, I'm going.
I'm saying, but to get into House of Blues, you have to stand outside in the fucking brick,
Which I did.
getting wet.
Did.
Like that's sucking the life out of you.
I'm hip.
That's sucking the life out of you.
I still had a great time.
I feel you, but I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I understand why some people might not have the energy to go absolutely ape shit after standing outside for 2 hours trying to get in line, freezing their toes and hands off. I guarantee you some girls looking like thotty standing outside.
Oh, of course. It was great.
It was hilarious, I bet. I would have started crying. Like, you getting frostbite, you getting hypothermia, you're getting tetanus. Like, hey.
Exactly. And Boston is also whack because then when Daze wants to come to Boston, first of all, shout out to Millie's for opening for Daze.
They're on the same label.
Another cat. Are they?
Yeah. Signed to Jadakiss.
Oh, no, bro. Davies is signed to Nas, bro.
Oh, shit. I'm smacked.
Yeah, it's all right.
Wasn't he signed to Jada? No, he was never. Oh, yeah.
Millie's is with Jada.
Yeah.
It's called Davies is with Nas.
I know.
But shout out to Millie's for opening, and shout out to Tange for being one of the photographers there. Shout out to you for that. But Boston is also whack because when Davies was about to make an appearance at Icon, some lame fucking called in a death threat and said they were gonna shoot up the place, and then they wasn't letting Davies into the venue. Now let me tell you this: Davies is, in my books, I would classify him a real nigga. Now, if you're gonna come up on Davies, right? If you're gonna try to put a hit out on Davies, why would you call the venue to warn them about that? Why would you call anyone to warn them about that? I'm starting to think maybe it was trolls that called it in, because I don't think anyone who's
Definitely.
actually planning on like hitting Davies would call to let them know, yo, if Davies pulls up, we gonna shoot the block. Like, I don't know. We're in Boston. We're not in New York. I don't know what type of shit he got going on in New York, but in Boston, I doubt he has anything going on out here. You feel me? So Boston is just whack as fuck for that. And we got mad trolls in the city, which are starting to piss me off. Slowly, it's starting to piss me off. But I'll deal with each and single one of y'all when the time comes. You feel me? But I don't know. Y'all just giving a bad name to the city. Time in, time out. It's really hard for us to get artists here in the first place. So when they do come here and this is how we treat them, it gives a bad name for us. And these niggas don't want to come back. You feel me?
I'll say this. If I were Davies, first of all, Davies tweeted out like he had a great time in Boston. So there's that. So he's definitely coming back. And I'm pretty sure Davies has come here like every year for the past like 3 years.
Yeah, I think he fucks with Boston low key.
Next time it's gonna be a House of Blues instead of Paradise, guarantee that. But I just want to say that people in Boston don't know what they have. Like
they don't know their potential.
They don't know what they have, and it's gonna be sad because I feel like we're gonna realize what we had when it's already gone in like places like to New York, Vegas, Atlanta. Like remember when we had Promise V here? Nigga was claiming like niggas don't support out here. You got to go down there and go chase his dream.
And he got it done.
Feel me? Jay Wavy saying the same shit. King was saying the same shit. Feel me? So it's just like, yo, if all the rappers out here who actually got fans doing their thing, making good music, are saying that about the Boston music scene, when are we gonna come together to actually make a difference and change that? Just saying, like we got some good people coming up. Why not support them? See what they can do for the city. You know what I mean? You never know what could happen.
Yeah, because everybody drops a hot song and people will bump it, but then like, what happens after that? Sometimes, you can put that on the artist if they're not consistent with their drops. But I think a lot of the times is we see something. I think it's because all of these people putting music out, a lot of the people we know. So I think that's a lot of reason why like sometimes people don't like put out
people
there.
don't like to support people they grew up with because they can't believe they're at where they at and you're still at the bottom essentially.
That, but I also feel like it's hard to take someone like seriously and really take their work for what it is when you know them. Like I find myself critiquing someone's work completely differently if I don't know them, because like if I know you, I'm putting like how I know you, I'm putting that into how I'm reviewing your music. So like you could say the most fire bars, the most gangster shit ever, but if I know you don't live that life, I'm going to think your music is trash. You feel me? Because you can, if I just hear lies. If I don't know you, then I'll be like, oh, this shit's fire, because I don't know what you're doing on the. I actually don't know what you're doing, so I have no way to like confirm that shit. But if I actually know you and I know that what you're spitting is not what you're actually living, then I'm gonna think your shit is trash. And to anybody watching right now, if you ask me why I don't promote your music or why I don't share your music, this is your reason why. You feel me? But with that being said, I just think Boston just gotta come together more, collab more. You see it. We've been doing it with the podcast, having people come on, and we've just slowly been building this network of artists that can come together and hit their shit. But up until then, if Boston doesn't want to do it as a city, we'll just do it as a platform.
Gang.
Yeah, facts.
Rowdy check.
Yeah, sure.
So basically, since I was on my deathbed last week, coughing up blood and shit, not being able to breathe, I feel like it's paramount for me to say, people, with winter coming, with it being extremely cold, with the snow here, I need y'all to bundle the fuck up, get yourself some heaters, get yourself some Timbs, some Clarks, some polo boots, whatever the fuck y'all wear on your feet, because it is about to get really brick out here and we can't be getting cold. And it's not because we don't get cold because, it's brick outside. We get cold because we stuck inside with dirty ass people. So also, people, wash your ass, brush your teeth, wash your hands, use Purell. I'm not trying to get sick again because my coworkers don't know how to clean themselves. I'm just saying, people, bundle up, take showers, wash your hands, brush your teeth, get haircuts, use deodorant and lotion. Always lotion, especially black people. We gotta use lotion now. And I'm just saying, like, yo, take care of yourself, because Lord knows I didn't, and I almost died. So that's my reality check.
And then for my reality check of the week, stop being so complacent. Stop being comfortable. Actually do something that you're not used to doing, or do something that you wouldn't regularly do in your day-to-day life, and see what happens. Take risks. Be wild, be adventurous, be bold, be cautious at the same time. But stop being so comfortable with what you're doing and actually take a leap and do something different. You feel me? There's mad shit out there. I feel like this past week I did a lot of shit I don't really do on the regular, and shit that I wouldn't do on the regular. And I had a great fucking time this week.
Your
You
element.
feel me? I had a great fucking time. Had some nice vibes. Got to see some great people. And, you know, overall, just enjoyed my time. And I wouldn't have done that if I just decided to be the same hermit crab. Do fucking work, podcast, sleep, and all that shit. And, like, I don't like putting myself in certain situations just because I know how I am as a person, and I know, like, what I can stand and what I can't stand. But, you know, sometimes every now and then I got to take myself out of that box and just live life for what it is, because if I just don't do that every now and then I'm going to become a shallow-ass person, and I never want to do that. You feel me? So, yeah, every now and then take a step outside, you know. Never know what you'll see. And yeah, it's pretty much the end of the episode. You feel me? Hopefully all of y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, next week, Amani has something extremely special for y'all, so we can't wait for that to happen. Week after that, we got our end of the year podcast. You feel me? And I forgot about the vibes of the week, which is crazy, and we're going to get into the vibes of the week. But let me just talk about this a little bit more. With the end of the year podcast coming up, I just want to say that artists, dancers, business people, brands, whatever you got going on, when the end of the year podcast happens, I will say that up until the time we come back, because we are going on a break, that time up until the time we go back, we will be holding open submissions. So I see a lot of the shit. We see a lot of the shit y'all been sending in. Keep it a buck. I haven't been responding to a good 90% of that shit. And that is only because I'm a very busy person and we got all of this shit going on in our lives. But I will say in this break, I will actually take the time to go through all that shit and actually sort through it and then actually start responding to people. So in that time, if y'all got shit you want to submit, you see you have a shot and you want to be featured on the show, then reach out and we'll see what we can do. You feel me? Because season 4, we're going to come heavy.
I'm going to let you know right now. If you submit, though, and it is trash, I will let you know.
We will let you know. And we'll let you know in the DMs, because you don't want us to let you know on the show. You feel me? I have way too much fun doing that. So I'm like, don't let me. I would never do that on the show. You feel me? I would let you know in person.
He would do it on the show.
I would do it on the show if you try coming to me crazy and you don't respect me for what I tell you. You feel me? And then I would come at you crazy on the show. You feel me? Yeah, gang. You feel me? So it's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
And you've been listening to The Urban Product. We'll catch y'all next week.
Love.